Hey Aquarius, and welcome to your February 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here, and I'm excited to be here giving you hopefully another amazing tarot reading for your month ahead. If you guys didn't already know, you can check out my Patreon page to get these readings early as well as ad-free. That is in the description box below. But anyway, without further ado, to get into your reading, Aquarius, I've been so happy to work with so many of you. It's been such a defining time for your sign. I know it's interesting because there's not really anything in Aquarius right now on the outer planet scheme, but we're getting into your time of the year in February at the solar return, and all the inner planets are coming in and activating the way that the outer planets are hitting you as well. So it's sort of like a microcosmic evolution happening within you. I feel like you're not coming off the way that you're changing. I think that this has been a bit of a crisis for Aquarius for a long time, where you have these really strong evolutions very deep within yourself, but see that sometimes your outer world is continuing in a past version of you. So I feel like you've kind of felt a little bit crazy over this. I think that Aquarius has been kind of like accused of not evolving, not changing. I sense a lot of Aquarians in relationships where they're being asked to change, and it's like they already have, but because the other person cannot change, they want to really bring that out in you. It's going to be one of those months, I feel, for Aquarius where you can have the breakup or where you can have some kind of separation from something, although I don't sense it to be really a crisis. I sense it to be like a awakening moment or an empowering moment that really takes you far. I feel that things which have held on to you for a long time will finally find gravity and fall to the ground, and you can finally sort of fix long-running ailments or long-running difficulties which have overshadowed you for a long time. And you may be wondering, it's like, why for Aquarius is it so heavy? Why is the energy so heavy? Well, we just had the super blue blood moon in Leo, your opposite sign, which I did a video on that, by the way. That's in the top right-hand corner right now. And that is a lot of energy to take on. That kind of makes you one of the most energized signs of the zodiac, at least for this month. At least for the short term. And that moon, the super blue blood moon, has not happened in 150 years, so it's a very ancient, archaic energy, and I think that it's really empowered you, Aquarius, to look at your emotional complex that deals with the moon, and to really be able to balance and discern what are the healthy complexes and what are the, I almost want to say like threatening complexes, because I feel like you got kind of overly integrated, which isn't something that I would say very often because we're always seeking integration, spiritually. But I feel like there was an over-integration of difficult emotional complex and really healthy emotional complex, to where it was really hard to change because you felt that to maybe move past something or to evolve out would to also be throwing away something that you had learned and gained that was very healthy. So I think that through February and this period of time, your solar return time, I think you're going to have an illumination and a new expansion of what is healthy and unhealthy within you. Like what you're striving for, where you want your life to be, how you're evolving as a person. I think it's been kind of a foggy area because there's a lot of just really strong energy, good or bad, healthy or unhealthy. This month comes in to show you what is good and bad, and what is beautiful and ugly, and what is healthy and unhealthy. So congratulations. Not many people are so aware and so awake, but you'll see moving right into this month like what that actually means, how it actually is to be so aware and awake, and how you start to also be able to see it in other people. That can be the challenge of this month in February, I feel, for Aquarius, is to be able to see so clearly what is going to work and what isn't going to work within themselves and other people, because Aquarius is a communication sign. You're some of the best communicators of the zodiac. I would say only like Gemini gets you and can also communicate in the way that you do. So it would maybe be really easy for you to see your loved ones or anyone that you're in a relationship with and really be able to communicate to them what they're doing wrong. But it only will work with a very certain type of person. A lot of people haven't gotten it yet in the way that you have. A lot of people haven't had the awakening in the way that you have. So you'll have to be a little bit careful about identifying like what is or isn't working for other people, because there can sort of be like a devil's advocate thing going on. I think that maybe if you tell someone that something is good for them, they automatically want to think it's bad for them. And if you tell someone that it's bad for them, they want to think that it's good for them. And it's just because you said it. So it does feel like a time where Aquarius needs to generate a clan or a spiritual tribe, it is feeling a little bit worn out. Like the people that you're around, the relationships that you're maintaining feel dusty to me. I'm not saying that you need to walk away or abandon somebody, but it feels like a nice time for a bit more distance and like taking another look at who can be around you. Getting to know new people that you don't know so deeply, because I feel like really deep connections with other people just right now, like in March or April, like really short time from now, it can be better. But right now it's just like you know too much about people for your own good. You're too psychic, you're too empathetic, you're too absorbing of other people's emotional energy to have like really deep long-term relationships right now. It might be better to focus your mind on more mundane things, which I don't usually say. You know, I'm a very much like a shadow work oriented type of tarot reader. I'm like always get to the bottom of things. But your energy just intuitively to me, Aquarius, is feeling like the surface in February is good, except for with yourself. Like make sure you're getting to the depth and having the illumination, having the realizations about yourself. But it's just not so good in other people. And because, again, Aquarius is a fixed sign, so it can tend to have a very, like, focus-oriented mindset. Sometimes multitasking can be difficult, and that depends on you. You know, if you have, like, a lot of Gemini or mutable energy, you might be a really good multitasker. But if Aquarius gets too focused on other people or other people's complexes in February, it can lead you to get a little bit delusional about your own. There can be a little bit of difficulty with discernment there, I feel. It is also a month, I feel, where you're going to be reworking your confidence. So I sense like a changing something about your life, like new cars, new houses, new wardrobe, some kind of new change at the sensory level is good. And it's not even something that you have to break the bank on, but how can you kind of change up your surroundings a little bit, I feel will be a great time. And it's just sort of been that way for everybody too. Like we all kind of need like a change in surrounding or a change in aesthetic, at least temporarily here. So whatever you can do to give to yourself in that way, I feel will help you energetically and karmically. And also just try to not focus too much on people's intentions too. And that kind of goes straight into what I was saying earlier, but I'm seeing like that 5 of Swords and 5 of Wands energy and the Devil and 3 of Swords. Like you've got a lot of cards which are kind of just unstable. And it's not really coming from within you, it's coming from other people. So I feel, again, by having solitude, by worrying about yourself, you're just really dodging a lot of bullets this month. So to get into the week to week, you guys have Page of Pentacles rooted down by the Devil in the first week of February. So doubting other people's intentions coming up pretty strongly. There could be an earth energy like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy in your life that you're not quite sure of their intentions. It feels like you tend to trust actually people who come off more dark in this month, and it feels like you're doubting people who are coming off perfectly. Like I sense like the energy of masks or people being two-faced, or you've seen something within yourself that has like accentuated a sort of fact of humanity, is that people who come off a certain way tend to be the opposite. It's really working with kind of like a polarity magic that you guys have coming in there, and you're feeling kind of energetically connected to someone from your past, it feels like, or to someone who's kind of like an earthy demeanor or feeling very stable but gives you this really like unstable feeling. Some of you could also be feeling addicted to someone. Like the Devil with the Court card for me always deals with feeling addicted to another person, or feeling even if you're not very connected to this person, or even if you're not liking this person very much, there's something that's like a really magnetizing you to somebody who maybe you couldn't have expected. Also feeling like, for those of you who are like coupled or who have been married for a long time, you could just feel like you can never get away from this person, but there's definitely an energetic push to establish your individuality, to establish your power as a person, and to at least know that you have the capability to be where you want to be, to set your identity, because that's so important for Aquarius. Your sort of life path involves detachment and involves being able to get attached and then being able to disconnect. So a lot of people sometimes say that, oh, Aquarius is so aloof, Aquarius is so detached, not emotionally connected to anybody, but people at the same time don't realize that in order to detach in the first place, it takes this incredible ability of commitment, this incredible ability of attachment. You guys are just intuitively very good at knowing when it's time to let go. which none of the other zodiac signs can really say. I think a lot of people sometimes think that Aquarius can't commit that well just because they've seen all the other zodiac signs commit to a fault, you know? So definitely reassessing your loyalty is going to be important in the first week. Reassessing who has your back and who is your ally and who are you an ally to. It feels kind of like a game of chess happening in all of February, because for everyone, every sign, February is a month of endings, so it's sort of your territory anyway. February is a month of letting go of what no longer is working for us. We're about to get into equinox time in March, so it's time to go back to the drawing board and start making plans for how we can start anew. Second week, Aquarius, you have 5 of Swords, you're down by 3 of Swords reversed, so suddenly getting into that Swords energy. What I'm really sensing is that Aquarius is not going to let that difficult situation happen again. I'm feeling like things are feeling reminiscent of the past, of a situation which did not go in your favor. And it's like it's not happened yet, it's not come to a head, but you're seeing events start to shape up as if it were going to lead you down a very traumatic path of the past. And you're like, no, I'm not going to put my heart on the line like that. And it feels like you've got time still. It feels like you've even got till perhaps around April to really make a strong decision. But if things are feeling inevitable, if things are feeling not changeable, then it's really empowering to make the decision in February. Again, before we get, certainly like early March, before March 21st on the equinox, you guys get so much by choosing to cut things off now and choosing to spare your heart damage, which is inevitable. But it's really important that you have that moment with yourself to discern, am I projecting something negative, or is the proof there? And that's a message that really came through for you. Like I heard it, it's like the proof is there. If you need to get out of a situation, the proof is going to be there and it's going to be tangible. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to touch it. So if you don't have anything like that, you might need to give it a bit more time. And just make sure also that for those of you who are in like not good relationships and it's not feeling like codependent in a bad way, or it's not feeling like dishonest, because dishonesty is a big key word. But for those of you who aren't facing that, it's like, can you actually allow your heart to connect? Some of you are not allowing your heart to connect to those of your loved ones. And I feel like this is more of like maybe 20% of Aquarius, and the other 80% are sort of on the other side of this, where you're wanting to like guard your heart. But there are some of you for sure that are just like scared to get your heart into something, or scared that you're going to be taken advantage of again. So both, regardless of which side of Aquarius you're on there, you both just need to actually get into the proof and the tangibility of the situation and understand like what's on the line, where does this take me, what is it that I actually want at a core level. And through answering those questions, you will know whether you need to take your heart out or put your heart in. In the third week of February, you all have Queen of Wands reversed, you're down by Knight of Cups. So suddenly dealing with people again. You come right from that second week where it feels like more of a lonely experience or an experience of self, and you have this fire, feminine energy, and this masculine, younger water energy come in. This could also just be aspects of your own personality, as I tend to interpret the court cards as both. Even if they are people, they tend to be reflecting part of yourself that may have gone denied, or that needs a realization or awakening within you. So Queen of Wands reversed deals with not allowing yourself the spontaneity, not allowing yourself the adaptability. And if that's one thing that Aquarius could do better right now, it's adaptability, I think, because again, fixed air energy is so focus-oriented, very hard sometimes to multitask. So allow yourself the ability, because again, you're one of the smartest signs of the zodiac, like intuitively and naturally, without really necessarily having to study. You have like really good common sense is what I'm trying to say. So that would kind of speak of someone who's adaptable. So allow yourself to be a bit spontaneous in the third week. Allow yourself to shine. Again, Queen of Wands is a very shining, popular type of energy, and it's reversed, so it feels like you might just not be allowing yourself to be that. You might not, like, you might be okay with being like gloomy, or you might be okay with feeling stuck in a situation. But just by sort of getting into that and understanding, okay, why do I want to feel stuck? Why do I need to be gloomy? Can't I just shine? Can't I be more popular? Can't I be a bit more spontaneous with myself, more fiery? And then I would look to the people in your life who are that and understand, what do I dislike about these people so that I can't have it for myself? What have these people done to me? And does it really have anything to do with these qualities that I'm negating within me? And that's rooted down by Knight of Cups. So it feels like you're knowing what to say at the right time. It feels like you have a good connection with timing and a good connection with secrets as well. Knight of Cups to me always speaks of secrets and like a hush type of energy, like not telling someone secrets. So what secrets are within you, Aquarius? What do you not want other people to know about yourself? It feels like with those energies coming together, the situation that you're in makes things just too quiet or makes things too calculated. So it just feels like a bit of uncalculation or miscalculation might be okay. Or it's not that. It's more like not having to think so hard about every action or every body language. Like just having fun with things could really do you a lot of good. Fourth week, Aquarius, you have 5 of Pentacles, you're down by 5 of Wands. So yeah, that's 3 5s in your readings. And 5s traditionally in tarot are kind of a difficult number to deal with as well in numerology. But I've never really thought that 5 was that bad of a number, although the art in tarot does depict it as such. But the 5th house in astrology is quite wonderful. So there's a bit of, not consistency there. I think that 5s can just be polarized. I think that 5s can be really wonderful or really difficult. So relating to your money, your spirituality, your passion in life, I feel like really good or really bad. And there's not really that big of a difference between those two energies. The only difference can be the vibrational level, and what we're experiencing that to be in this human realm. One way or another, there needs to be a bit of attention put towards the way that you're spending yourself. 5 of Pentacles to me deals with transactions, and that can be money, it can be who you're investing in as a person, it can be how you're investing your spirituality into what. So definitely take a look at it. Try to find a better budget. I always say with 5 of Pentacles, reassess your budget in whatever way you budget anything in your life and see if it's working out. It feels like you can get more for less. It feels like some of you might be living in houses where it's like you could live in a much better house for less money. Could be for some of you. And rooting that down by 5 of Wands, I just feel a lot of tension on this. I feel a lot of tension in a married Aquarius for transactions and money tension, arguments about money, and it's not the money itself. And you have to always remember that when it comes to money in relationships, there's always a transaction behind that, the way that the two people are transacting their energy within each other, and that can oftentimes come out as a money argument. If you would like me to break that down more, you can always get a private reading with me, and I can sort of see into your own specific individual case. But overall, I think that it's going to be important to learn how to communicate in a more fiery way, in a new way. Because again, as I said, Aquarius is natally one of the best communicators of the zodiac. But there's an evolution happening within your communication, within those patterns. And try to not repress that. I feel like you can get a lot further. Also, activity is good. 5 of Wands to me either speaks of anger, arguments, and conflict, or competition and a heartbeat, running. So if you're feeling extra angry or extra temperamental right now, I feel like exercise or some kind of physical channeling of that energy will be important, and you can go really far with that. And something feels competitive one way or another. I'm just feeling that specifically for you guys, especially with a 6 of Wands being your central theme reversed, again, going into that chronological order, the 5 and the 6. So it's maybe you're getting your confidence or an ego injection from competition with either healthy competition or even competition within your household. It could be. So I would reassess that. I would find more healthy ways for competition, maybe starting a business or starting something which you can channel this energy in a more positive way, and also just reassess where you're getting your confidence from in general. That's sort of what February is all about, letting go of that which is hurting your confidence, letting go of things which pull you down. It feels again, new wardrobe, new experiences of aesthetic can really help your confidence as a person, and also just allowing yourself to be popular and to be spontaneous. I feel like that connection with Queen of Wands there is really important and something that Aquarius may not have allowed themselves to experience for a long time. So any kind of affirmation that helps you to feel more spontaneous, more connected, more exuberant in life is going to take you very far, Aquarius. I've so enjoyed giving this reading to you here in February, and I really hope that it has resonated. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can click the center of your screen. You can also check out the playlist to view your sun, moon, rising sign. As always, your subscribes, likes, and comments make my day. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should, and all the appropriate links are in the description box, my social media, as well as my Patreon page, and I will be speaking to you guys soon. Bye.